Hello everyone, welcome to another workout. Today's workout is going to center around helping runners warm up and strengthen the soft tissues and muscles that really help us get our best out of our running. It's also going to be great for people who enjoy walking as well. Walking is one of the best exercises you can do to burn fat as well as lower your cortisol or your stress hormone. We're going to get right into this with a warm up, stretching out the IT band and the TFL. So you're going to take your right leg, bring it over your left. From here, we're going to reach both arms down to the right side of the body. Push your hips back and to the left, keeping your left leg nice and straight. You should feel a nice stretch coming up the lateral side of that left leg along your IT band and your TFL. We're going to go ahead and stand up, take an inhale, bring your left leg over your right. We're going to reach both hands down to the left side of the body, pushing the hips to the right. You should feel a nice stretch now coming up the right leg along the IT band. And then we stand up. We're going to run through this for 40 seconds. So we cross right leg over left, reach those hands down to the right side of your body, push your hips back and slightly to the left, keeping your left leg nice and straight. Feel that stretch climb right up the side of the left leg. And we switch. Inhale and exhale to move. Pushing the hips now to the right side as we reach down to the left side. Up again. And we switch. Exhale to find that deeper range of motion. Take a long inhale and exhale back into it. We're going to get one more each side. Keep the feet flat on the ground. Focus on keeping your legs straight and pushing them back into the side. One more here. All right, from there we're going to go into our crossbody high knee with leg abduction. So watch me and then I'll have you join in for about 40 seconds of work. We're going to pick the left knee up, bring it up across your body, kick slightly back to the side, squeezing the glute, and then we switch. High knee up across your body, kick back and squeeze. Up and squeeze. Go ahead, jump in. 40 seconds of work here. Belly button tucked in, standing nice and tall. I'm just going to give you a different angle on this. So again, high knee up, belly in, kick the leg out to the side, and step. You should feel that glute right along the side of your hips, squeeze, as we work to activate those glutes. Really great to do before we go out on our runs, or just on your off day. We're gonna get about 2 more, just kind of evening out your body. All right, we're gonna go back through each of those exercises one more time. So that IT band and TFL stretch. This time we're going to reach up to the sky as we bring the right leg over. We're going to add a lat stretch by bringing that right arm up and over to the side. You should feel that come down the side of your body. And then we're going to reach down to the right side of the body, pushing the hips back and to the left. Feeling that stretch come up the side of the left leg. Big inhale to stand up. Left arm up, left foot up and over. Reach into that lat stretch. Feel that come down the side of the body. And then reach down to the left side. Keep that right leg straight. Push your hips back and to the right side. Should feel that stretch coming up the right side of the body. Inhale again to move. Lat stretch up and over. Pull that right arm up and over to that half moon. And then reach down to the right side of the body, pushing that left leg nice and straight, pushing the hips back and over to the left. And up, reach up, over, exhale for range of motion. And now reach down to your left. Keep your right leg straight, push your hips over to the right. We're gonna go through one more each side. Step to the left, right leg comes over, right arm up, over, belly button in. And then go ahead and reach down to the right side, keeping that left leg straight, really feeling that IT band open up just a little bit. And we switch. Left arm up, over, and then reach down to the left side of the body. Keep the right leg straight, push the hips back into the right side. All right, going into that high knee cross with that leg abduction again. So again, we bring the leg up, across, kick out, squeeze the glute, step, and continue. Here we go, 40 seconds of work. Belly button up and in, core nice and tight. As you kick the heel to the side, slightly push it back. So you're getting that hip into extension, feeling your glutes squeeze. At the same time, keep the belly button in and abs tight. So you're not forcing lumbar extension or your lower back to overwork. Breathing through. About 15 more seconds here. High knee up across, kick back, squeeze. Up across, kick back, squeeze. Let's do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now we're going to step to the base of your mat. We're going to go down into our bear plank. So we're on the hands and knees. You want to keep your toes tucked under you here. We're going to get into a plantar stretch and move that into our downward dog. So the plantar is the bottom of the foot right here. We're going to work to open up the soft tissue, some of your fascia back there, by letting the toes kind of flex into the ground. And then from here, we're slightly going to rock the hips backwards. You should feel a little stretch coming up the bottom of your foot. And then we're going to move right into our downward dog by extending the hips up and pushing those heels down. Little arch in the lower back. Feel the stretch through the calves and hamstrings. Push your knees straight back down. Feel that stretch come through the bottom of your toes, bottoms of your feet. From here, to make this a little more advanced, if you don't feel a big enough stretch, we can sit up tall. Be really careful doing this. And then we slightly rock back and forth. Now my toes are flexed under, feeling that big stretch come along the bottom of the foot. I'm going to return to that bear plank position, pop those hips up, heels down to the ground, arch your lower back, relax your neck. Bring those knees back down to the ground. If this is a big enough stretch, just slightly push the hips back and you'll feel that. Otherwise, we can sit up tall and slightly rock back and forth. We're going to do about 5 total reps, so we'll do 4 more together. And back into that downward dog position. Here we go. Heels down, slightly arch your lower back by tilting your tail up to the sky. Work to push those knees down to come back into our bear plank. From here, if you're capable of it, you slightly push those hips back and then sit and slightly rock back and forth. And work right into bear plank, into downward dog. Relax the neck, relax your ears right between your biceps, heels down. Feel that stretch come up the back of your legs. And then back down. We'll hit this one more time. Sitting up nice and tall. Now, if you're having trouble with this part of your mobility, your feet are your foundation of all your movement in your lower body. So, right back into downward dog. If that tissue is compromised or lacks mobility, we're going to have upstream problems. So what that means is you might feel pain in your knees, your hips, or your back when you go for runs or long walks. Now we're going to work the core to try to activate these muscles in our bird dog position. So we get into that kind of bear plank. Knees are underneath the hips, hands are underneath your shoulders. We're going to go opposite arm and leg out. So I have left arm, right leg out, belly button in. I squeeze the right glute. We're going to crunch, working the elbow to the knee, and then going right back out for 10 repetitions. Jump in with me here. Extend out, belly button in, squeeze the glute. 1. Exhale out. 2. Keep that lower tummy tucked in, pulling it in with each exhale. Don't let your right hip shoot up to the sky. Make sure you keep it down and level with that left hip. 5 more. Breathing, going at your own pace. Try to get about 10 repetitions. And 1 more. And then we'll go ahead and switch sides. So now I'm in that tabletop or bear plank again. I'm going to go ahead and bring my right arm, left leg extended. Belly button in, we crunch, elbow to knee. Extend right back out. Try to keep your neck neutral, nice and long. Again, squeezing that glute on the left side as that left leg extends. Get about 10 reps. Go at your own pace. I'm gonna hit 2 more here. All right, and then we're gonna return right into that plantar into downward dog stretch. So you can return kind of that tabletop position, tuck those toes, start to push your hips back onto your heels, and then if you can, we're gonna sit up nice and tall. We're gonna slightly rock back and forth. Hands back down, we push the knees back, pushing the hips up, pushing your heels down. Relax your head between your biceps, feel that stretch. Bring those knees back down, feel the stretch come underneath the toes. Working up the back of the foot as we sit up tall, rocking back and forth. Getting about 5 of these, plantar into downward dog stretches. This is our third here as we work through. Exhale into that full stretch. Inhale as we move those knees back down to the ground. Exhale as you push into the stretch. And continuing through, we'll get 2 more. Hips up, heels down, knees straight, push your head through, work it back down. Now again, if you can't sit up, you're just slightly pushing your hips back. Give it that little rock back and forth, and you should still feel a nice stretch there. And then you'll meet with us right back into our last downward dog. Feeling that nice stretch, crawl up the back of your legs there. All right, meeting right back again into that tabletop kind of bear plank position, going through our bird dogs again. Now it's paramount that as you go through hip extension, right, as this leg extends out, you don't compromise your back with lumbar extension, so don't arch your lower back. If you're doing that here in this warm-up, you're gonna do that out on your runs and your walks, so practice that perfect movement here. Let's go left arm, right leg, come out, belly button in, long arm and leg, crunch, keeping the belly button in, and extend out again. Go at your own pace, get your 10 reps. Inhaling to center, exhale, come out. I'm gonna go ahead and hit 4 more here. Keep the toe flexed toward your face. As you extend that leg out, squeeze the glute. Keep that thumb in the upright position. Let's go ahead and switch. And now I have right arm, left leg extending out. Thumb up, squeeze the glute, belly in, crunch, and right back out. Here's 2. 3. Working through your 10 reps at your pace. Proud of you for being here today. Adding this into your running practice, or just working through this workout as maybe your main form of exercise. I do encourage you to get out, go for those long walks, maybe try a little run or some sprints. 1 more here. All right. So from here, we're gonna go right into an upright position, working through some strengthening and balance exercises that are gonna really help you work through your gait in an efficient pattern. So first we're gonna start with our 1, 2, 3 steps. I'm gonna balance on my right foot, bringing my left foot up, nice and tall, pretty much to 90 degrees here. We're gonna alternate 3 reps, 1, 2, 3, landing on the left side. And then we simply switch. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and begin together. 40 seconds of work. Now, if this is too impactful, just walk slowly through it. Otherwise, get those knees up nice and high. Keep your arms by your side, 90 degrees. Balance for just a moment. And then work through the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds. Good. Pull those knees up high. Work those lower abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake that out. We're now going to move into our strengthening exercise, which is our reverse lunge high knee. If you need to hold on to something for balance here, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, We're gonna step back with the right leg, bringing it all the way down to the ground, keeping the weight in that left heel. We come up, balance for a second, and then we'll switch. Left leg goes back, left knee goes down, up through the right heel, high knee. 40 seconds of work, reverse lunge, high knee. Here we go. Keep your upper back nice and tall. Step through the high knee, balancing for just a moment, and then back. Now again, if this is really hard for you, you can hold on to something for balance to get you through the full range of motion, and then gingerly start to let go. Or just practice the high knee part, that high knee step and balance. We've got about 10 seconds here. Or you can work to just even out those legs. Last one here. Shake that out. We'll take about 20 seconds off. And we'll work through that balance and that strength exercise one more time. So again, the 1, 2, 3 steps. We're gonna flex the left leg up to start. Keep the toe flexed up toward your face. From here, 1, 2, 3, onto the left leg, right leg up. 1, 2, 3. Let's go and begin. 40 seconds of work. Once you get comfortable, do move as quick as you can. Work on your speed, and then catching that balance. Halfway through. 15 seconds left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, moving right back into that reverse lunge high knee. Again, if it's too difficult of a movement here, practice that high knee balance or hold on to something to get through that reverse lunge. Let's hit it together. Right leg goes back, right knee all the way down, up through the left heel. Balance, and we switch. 40 seconds of work. Really work on your breathing pattern here. Inhaling the way down, exhaling the way up, or continue with the same efficient pattern you use while running. Might be a double inhale through the nose and then big exhale through your mouth. Let's even out those legs. Last one. All right. Shake that out. We're going to get down on the ground here, working our glutes and our core again. So go ahead, lay on your back. We're gonna go into our heels in, toes up, hip bridge. So you're gonna flex your toes up toward your knees as high as you can, feeling the muscle in the front of your shin start to turn on. From here, push your lower back to the ground, pull your belly in, hip bridge up, squeezing the glutes at the top, pushing the heels into the ground, keeping those toes flexed up. We go down and right back up. Continuing through here for about 40 seconds of work. Inhaling the way down with control. Exhale up. Now by pulling the toes up, we're working that anterior tibialis muscle. It's the front of the shin. When that muscle is very weak, it can give us shin splints by kind of tearing the front of the bone there. So by having a strong muscle in the front of the shin, we can work to prevent some of that pain we might get or overuse injuries. A little more than halfway here. Keeping those heels dug into the ground, keep the belly button in, force the hips up, squeeze those glutes, down with control. You're gonna start to feel the front of the shin right above the ankle start to burn. That's perfect. We wanna work that muscle. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, last rep. All right, now we're gonna work through an exercise called our dead bug. This is pretty much the opposite of our bird dog. We're just in this supine position on your back. The trick here is it's gonna mess with your brain a little more, which is excellent for a warm-up exercise because that ensures, if you're doing it right, your core is connected. So we're gonna bring the left arm, right leg down to the ground. You should feel your right heel and your left thumb touch the ground as you push your lower back into the ground, keeping your abs tight. Come back to center and then work your right arm, left leg down. So your left heel touches the ground, your right thumb touches the ground, and you push your lower back to the ground, squeezing your abs. Come back to center and repeat. We're gonna run through for about 40 seconds of work. Now, if you haven't done this exercise before, it can be really tough, kind of from a choreography standpoint. This contralateral movement, or opposite arm and leg, often gets kind of rewritten in your brain. And it takes a little while to rewrite the pattern in the correct way so that you feel your abs work and are able to efficiently move through this move. And again, if you can do this in your warm-up, it sort of ensures that when you're out on your run, you're using your core properly. We have about 15 more seconds of work here. Continue to push the lower back to the ground as the opposite arm and leg extend to the ground, and we switch. We're gonna get about 3 more, or just start to even out each side. All right, and then from here, we're gonna go right back into that heels in, toes up hip bridge. So tuck your feet underneath your knees, flex the toes up to the sky, relax your shoulders and head, push your lower back to the ground, push those hips up, squeezing your legs and your glutes nice and tight, and down with control. Let's go 40 seconds here. Again, always controlling the way down. Make sure those hips don't just drop to the ground. You want to ensure you're working that eccentric motion as well. And if you are going to go out on a run after this, don't go to failure on these exercises. You don't want to over fatigue them. If this is your only workout of the day, you can go ahead and push through a little bit of that pain. But if you really are just using this for a warm-up before your run, don't go to failure. Leave a couple of repetitions in the tank. Gonna run through for about 10 more seconds here. Keeping those toes flexed up, really feeling that little burn in the front of the shins above the ankle. 2 more reps. Get a couple extra. All right, working right through that dead bug exercise again. So if you had trouble with that, go ahead and watch. We're gonna bring everything up to center. So arms are above your shoulders, knees are above your hips, toes are flexed. The right arm and then the left leg will come down to the ground. Right thumb touches the ground, left heel touches the ground. Push your lower back to the ground, squeezing your abs. Come back to center, and we switch. Left arm, right leg. Left thumb touches the ground, right heel touches the ground. Push your lower back to the ground, come back to center. Keep breathing and working through this. Again, the human body works most efficiently in a contralateral pattern. When you run, your opposite arm and leg swing. Part of this motion is what makes us efficient runners as humans. Big deep breaths as we go through. So if you're having trouble with this dead bug, really practice this. Because that means when you're out on those runs or walks, your core is not automatically connected to your brain. Your body has to still think about it. You want to get to a point where this just becomes second nature. About 10 seconds left, working through. And just even yourself out here. All right, now we're gonna get into some core exercises on the front side of the body, working through a variation of our plank. So we're gonna continue from a standard plank at center to a side plank, and then hitting the other side. So in this video, you'll see a little bit of the back side of my body. Watch me go through, and then I'm gonna have you jump in. So I'm gonna stay in my regular plank for 10 seconds with you. I'm gonna only do it for a short while in the demo, and then we're gonna move right to a side plank. Coming on my left side, hips up, holding for 10 seconds. Then we'll move right to the other side of the body, holding that side plank on the other side, before we turn back to center. We're gonna try to get through those exercises twice. So we're gonna hit that for 2 rounds. Let's meet at that centered plank. We're gonna hold that for 10 seconds. So belly button up and in, tuck the pelvis, make little fists, drive those fists down toward your toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Start to stack your feet as you pull one shoulder underneath you. Keep your forearm long on the ground, push your hips up, push them forward, and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going back to center, and we switch to the other side. Hips up, hips forward, side plank. 10, 9, neck long. 7, 6, 5, 4, legs tight. 3, 2, back to center. We're going through that one more time. Belly button in, max effort plank. Lock it in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Here we go. Strong core. And turn to the side, side plank. Hips up, hips forward, legs tight. 10, 9, 8, nice long neck. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to center to the other side. Here we go. Hips up, hips forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come to the middle, take a little break there. All right, next we're gonna work through our mountain climbers. This really hits our core as well as your hip flexors. I want you to mostly focus though on the activity going on in your abdominals. So make sure you keep your belly button tucked in and abs nice and tight as we run through 40 seconds of mountain climbers here. So get into your high plank position on your hands. Belly button is tucked in as soon as we go up on the toes. From here, we bring one knee forward just past your hip, and we switch. If this is a comfortable movement for you, you can turn it into a run. Otherwise, just walk it out. 40 seconds of work. Keep that belly button tucked up and in, and crunch your abs. Neck nice and long. Push those straight arms into the ground. 20 seconds left here. Let's do it. Feeling those abs work. Feeling the quads start to burn a little bit. Last 2 exercises we do today. Let's finish strong. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. I'm gonna give you about 20 seconds off. We're gonna work through that plank sequence and those mountain climbers one more time. So a couple long, deep breaths. Help your body recover, recirculate some oxygen. And we'll start together in 5, going into that center plank. 3, 2, holding for 10 seconds, plank and go. Belly button in, arms tight into the ground, flex every muscle as hard as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, going into the side plank. Shift over, hips up, hips forward, neck long. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. Here we go. Hips up, legs tight, neck long. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to the center plank. Get through that one more time with me. Belly in. Squeeze every muscle as hard as you can. You should be shaking. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your legs. Let's do it strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. Here we go. Hips up, hips forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. Last side plank. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come to center. Take a little rest. We'll jump right back into those mountain climbers. Last 40 seconds of work before we stretch today. Let's get it in. Let's work hard. Finish strong. Here we go. High plank. Arms are wide. Feet start narrow. Belly button in. Crunch the abs. And mountain climber. Either walk it like this, or if you're comfortable, go into that running pattern. Keep those knees low to the ground. Make sure your hips don't shoot up to the sky. Working at your pace here. Let's do it. Some people run miles. I'm asking you to go 40 seconds. You got 20 left. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, take a rest. Come on up. We're gonna stretch out the body. These are gonna be some great stretches that you can hit after your run or a workout like this. We're gonna go right into our quad stretch simply by laying on your front side. So take a couple deep breaths once you get here. And then you're gonna try to tuck your left arm back, grabbing your left ankle. Now, if you can't do that, maybe you'll just grab your pant leg, or maybe you got a belt or a resistance band nearby. Otherwise, go ahead and lay down. Just relax your body down. Grab that left ankle with your left hand. You should feel a slight quad stretch as you pull your ankle toward your knee. From here, get into a pelvic tuck position. So tucking the tail underneath your leg, especially on that left side. Start to squeeze the left glute, and you'll feel a bigger quad stretch. Getting in that pelvic tuck and then squeezing that glute causes that reciprocal inhibition in the quad that allows it to release and really feel a nice stretch. So again, we tuck the pelvis and then squeeze that left glute if we're stretching the left leg. You should feel a great quad stretch here. And then we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So I'm gonna come back to center. I'm just gonna bring my right arm around. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that right ankle and then just relax your head down to the ground. Try to get comfortable. From here, get into that pelvic tuck by tucking the pelvis, especially on that right side, squeezing the right glute, starting to feel that right quad release. We can deepen the stretch slightly also by slightly pushing the knee up, as long as you can stay in that pelvic tuck. Take about 3 more big deep breaths. Let that quad really unwind. All right, from here we're gonna lay on the back side. We're gonna open up the hips, glutes, and piriformis. So laying on your back, we're gonna go into our figure 4 stretch. Take your left ankle, place it on your right knee. From here, interlace your hands underneath your right knee as you relax your head and shoulders down to the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a different angle on this just so you can see where my legs are. All right? So again, my left ankle is on the right knee. I'm gonna interlace my hands underneath that right knee. And as I relax back, I'm gonna feel a nice stretch coming through the hips here. Hold for about 3 more deep breaths. You can start to drive your right knee toward your chest, really feeling that stretch in the left hip. 2 more deep breaths. All right, from here, you're pretty much gonna stay in this position. Keep that left ankle on the right knee. Take both of your hands on top of that left knee, pull it across your body to the right shoulder as you bring the right knee off the ground. You should start to feel a nice stretch over in the glute here on the left side of the body. So again, I'm trying to bring my left knee over to my right shoulder as I slightly push into the ankle with my right knee. And I'll feel a nice stretch on the left side. 3 more big deep breaths here. Really let these hips unwind. And then we've got 1 more stretch to do on this side. So we can keep that left ankle on the right knee. We're gonna fully cross the knees over. We're gonna slightly turn the hips to the right as we allow the legs to fall to the right side of the body. Keep the shoulders and head relaxed. And just feel that nice stretch come down the left side of the hip, through the IT band, a little bit through the piriformis here. Again, 3 deep breaths as you just let it release over in that left hip. And And then we'll bring everything back to center and we'll switch. So now I'm going to take the right ankle, put it on your left knee. Bring your hands, interlace them underneath that left knee. As you relax your head and shoulders back, start to push the left knee toward your chest, kind of forcing that right ankle toward you. And you're going to feel that open up the stretch in the right hip as this pushes us right through external rotation. Nice big stretch there. Again, 3 breaths, just exhaling, try to deepen the stretch each time you exhale. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that right knee with both hands now across to the left shoulder, and then start to pick that left knee up off the ground, kind of pushing that right leg up toward the left shoulder. So your goal here to really open up the glute and the piriformis is to bring this right knee kind of as far across your chest and then up as you can. And then just relax into that and you should feel a nice stretch coming through the right hip. After your 3 breaths, we'll put the feet or the left foot on the ground. Keep that right ankle crossed over the left knee. Start to turn your hips down to the left side of your body and let those legs windshield wiper over to the left side. Feeling that stretch come through the right side of your body there. Again, take 3 long, deep breaths. Let the energy of today kind of unwind. Just let it melt right into the ground. All right, and we can come back up to center. I hope you enjoyed today's workout that runners can use as a warm-up or just some strengthening days between their runs. This is also a great workout, again, for those walkers who like to get out there on those long walks. If you find that you have some knee pain, hip pain, or back pain after those long walks, use this workout, share it with your friends. You know where to go if you need more Coach Jeff. Metamorphic Methods, my YouTube channel, and Coach Jeff, my Facebook page. Have a great day.